All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday and welcome to the Live with Leslie show. Well, I tell you what, I have an extra special treat for all of you today. And I got to tell you, I am over the moon excited to have this conversation. It's long overdue. So, today we are going to take a deep dive into talking about breaking the barriers, empowering women of color through comprehensive healthcare.
Yeah.
So very good. And I have some extraordinary guests with me today. So, today we're going to be talking with Stefanie Gilbreath and Briana Butler from Stef and Bri Wellness. So they rebranded. So I've got some new names to keep track of here. So Stef and Bri Wellness, and so very excited to have you both. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you.
excited to be here.
Yeah, such a great topic. So, all right. So, guys, let me give you just a little bit of an overview about what today is all about. So, first of all, if you are here with me today and you're passionate about providing comprehensive care for women of color and really being able to empower them through holistic healthcare approaches, you are absolutely going to love today's show. So, again, welcome. I'm Leslie Bytel and want to welcome you to the Live with Leslie show. And so, again, today we're going to be talking with Stef and Bri from Stef and Bri Wellness on breaking barriers, empowering women of color through comprehensive healthcare. And for those of you that don't know me, really happy to have you here with me. And again, I'm Leslie Bytel, practice building expert for health practitioners who want to attract more clients, sell more programs, and ultimately grow a profitable practice while integrating multiple streams of revenue into their businesses. And I got to tell you, today, you're going to see a beautiful example of just that, multiple streams of income. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump in. So I think a great place to start would be a little bit of an introduction. If you guys want to just kind of share your journey, your sisters, which is so awesome, and you're from the Houston area. And so tell us a little bit about your journey.
You want to start? You can. Okay. So just as you said, so we're sisters from Houston. We're actually both former professional athletes. So whenever we got into the nutrition space, it was actually after we retired. We had been doing a food blog for a while and decided, hey, we're going to take this food blog and we're going to turn it into a meal prep company. So we actually started out doing meal prep. Then I got my registered dietitian's license and we had a few life changes, had some kiddos come into play, and we decided that we were going to drop the meal prep side of things and specifically focus on nutrition coaching. And when we did that, originally it was just for athletes. It was power portions and that was it. And we were serving professional athletes in doing nutrition coaching and decided, okay, well, maybe we can expand this a little bit more. And so we were doing general wellness as well. Fast forward a few more years, we met you. And that's when we kind of changed how we did things within our practice just all together. And so developed our one-to-one coaching program for athletes and then on the wellness side. And so we had 2 one-to-one coaching programs, which were going great. But then we got to the point where we're like, okay, can we niche down even more? Like, what's our passion? Where do we want to be? How do we want to show up? Like, what's important to us? And that's when we decided to separate our company just a little bit, rebrand into Stef and Bri Wellness, because we knew that we wanted to serve 3 categories of people. We wanted to serve practitioners or other people that are in the health space. We wanted to serve athletes still because that was still our passion. But we also wanted to serve women of color because for us, even though we're athletes at heart, now we're busy women of color who have lives and children and all of that. And so it was a passion of ours. And we said, hey, this is a space that we feel doesn't have as much representation and maybe not as many programs. And so we kind of just took a plunge, and here we are today with our 3 brands, technically, Stef Bri Wellness, Power Portions, and the GNAW Collective.
Wow. Amazing. Yeah. So, obviously we have worked together, and so you guys have grown a ton since we last spoke, and I am so excited to see what you've created here. And I'm super curious about well, there's so many things. First of all, I cannot wait to dig into the GNAW method, which is your membership. Really want to dig into that. So many different things. But so you, when we worked together, we created that really all-encompassing, super comprehensive one-on-one program, right? And you guys were busy enrolling clients, and then you had a lot going on with the gyms, right? Remember that? So are you guys still working with gyms? I know you do a lot of brand work, and you work with, so tell me so I guess what I'm trying to get at is the evolution, right? You are definitely moving into the one-to-many model more and more, right? Serving the masses, making a bigger impact in the world on more people, which is awesome. Are you still doing one-on-one work as well?
Yes. Definitely still doing one-to-one work, and still working with gyms too. So Stef heads up a lot of our like gym partnerships. So she could probably share a little bit more about how that works.
Working with the gyms has been great. I think niching down on our end has helped a little bit more, working with the gyms and offering them some packages that sometimes we have to customize, sometimes we don't. But it's been great being able to offer gyms to our members, as well as giving gyms a way to give their clients proper nutrition, because that's something that a lot of trainers have been looking for. They don't want to do it themselves. So we reach out, hey, we can work with you guys. This is what we offer. And it's been amazing.
Okay. So when you guys say you niche down more, you specifically decided to hone in and really focus on meeting the needs of women of color, right? Okay. Love it. So, I mean, I got to tell you, all the years in doing the work that I do, I don't really think I can't think of anyone that's, done that. So, I mean, it's a long overdue, right?
Yep. Exactly. And that's something that when we decided to create the GNAW Collective, we realized 2 things. We were like, okay, for us being women of color and the lifestyles that we live, like, what kind of care would we want? What kind of support would we want in this space and time in our life? Like, what does that look like for us? What do we want to have access to? And then the other thing that we thought about was the representation that's in the dietetics field. And we found that 90% of the people that were coming in on our wellness side that weren't athletes, just the wellness side, were women of color. So we said, wow, when we looked at our clientele, we're like, we're already doing this. And so now it's kind of a good time to just transition and say, hey, you know what, like, this is for you and it's for us too. So it's really been like almost an easier shift than we thought it would be.
And to piggyback off of what Bri said and talk about like the evolution of the company, when we started, we were athletes. So that's what we knew, that's our lane, and that's what we wanted to cater to. And now as we're going into retirement and everything and becoming women and different things that we're dealing with now outside of being athletes, we're like, okay, we align with this, but we have to do something different. And so it's kind of like our company has evolved as we evolve personally and as sisters.
So good. And I just want to do a quick shout out to Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
So welcome, Debbie. Really happy to have you. Debbie is a dietitian and a woman of color. So just wanted to really give you a warm welcome. And we also have Angela. Angela Hill is here, and Dr. Angela Hill. So welcome to you as well. Awesome. So yeah, as you guys join me, just give me a shout out, say hello, so we can say hello back.
Sure.
All right. So I think one of the first things that I would like to dig into is I'd love to just get a better understanding in terms of, what are those specific struggles and pain points that your target audience is grappling with in their everyday lives that you are tackling in the work that you do.
Yeah. Honestly, I would say there's a few that come to mind. We've spent so much time diving into this, but the ones that come to mind first and foremost is representation in healthcare.
Mhm.
That's a big thing that we found that our clients really needed, but then also understanding all of them, right? Like
Yeah.
some of the trauma that they may have
Mm.
experienced, how they were brought up, the foods that they like to eat, and all of that, their lifestyles, their responsibilities. And so that's something else that has stood out a lot to us
Mm.
because it's like, okay, how do we support maybe a woman of color who has gone to a doctor and maybe was not heard, did not feel seen? How do we support
Right.
that? Right? How do we support that woman of color who
Mhm.
went to her doctor, told them about her family history, and was told, hey, you know what? We can't do labs for you because you haven't been diagnosed with this ABC, right? Or how do we support the woman of color who wants to try to eat for her health and also eat for satisfaction by using cultural foods that she's familiar with? And so these are all things that we've kind of built into what we're doing.
Amazing.
And so we try to support them in that way. And honestly, there are so many other things, but those are the top two I would say that we've heard from our clients.
Okay. Amazing. So what is your approach to serving them?
So I would say we have multiple approaches.
Yeah.
And that's why we kind of built out 3 different tiers of the GNAW Collective. And so each tier within the GNAW Collective has access to our GNAW Method. And our GNAW Method is actually our one-to-one coaching program that we did with you a while back.
Yeah.
But we tightened it up a little bit and made it even more specific to those women. So within
Right.
that coaching program, it's actually self-paced.
Mhm.
And so we give them educational tools to help them to navigate their life and their nutrition going through our process. So we start off with helping them to understand their identity and who they want to be, how they want to show up. And then we kind of move into getting rid of like the diet mindset and understanding, okay, what are some thoughts that I'm having in my own head that maybe we need to clear out? And then going on towards understanding their body, understanding trauma that they've been through, understanding disparities of women of color, and understanding how to find out more about your body. How do you access lab testing? What about your gut? And all of these things. So we kind of walk them through all of that. And then once we're done, we kind of help them to understand what gentle nutrition is all about, how to incorporate movement and understanding movement doesn't have to hurt, and then giving them even more tools. So
Doesn't have to be punishment.
Right, exactly.
or earning the right to eat, right?
Yeah,
That's another common one. I love that.
So we start off with that education piece, but we also provide them with one-to-one support. We have a community where we do events. We have a community chat on our membership platform. Again, tagging some of this with access. So access to meal planning, access to lab testing, access to dietitians, and in the future, we hope to add on other practitioners. But for now, it's access and education and support between our community members and as well as our coaches.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so give me kind of the lay of the land in terms, well, first of all, how many practitioners and coaches do you currently have?
So right now there's 3 of us total.
Yep.
And so, which is perfect for our size of our group. We'll probably end up growing over the course of the year. That's
Yeah.
our goal, is to add on more practitioners. But for now, it's a perfect amount because we can all see clients.
Okay, awesome. Perfect. Okay, so wow, you guys, so you've got the GNAW Collective. And to be clear for everyone watching, the GNAW Collective is their brand new membership site. And I can actually let me do a quick screen share. I'm so excited about what this looks like. I hope you guys don't mind sharing because it's just so beautiful. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. Am I sharing the right screen? I think so.
That's
It's spectacular. It's so pretty. You guys nailed the branding. Wow. Breathtaking. Okay. So join the collective for active women of color. Okay. Some great copy, beautiful photos of the two of you. Glimpse into your future. This is just so well done. And then here are the 3 options for the GNAW Collective membership.
Yes.
And which is super cool. You're giving 3 options. So I'm looking at just, the big takeaway, the different levels.
Mm-hmm.
So can you give me kind of the quick version of how these differ, these different levels?
Yeah, totally. So the one on the far right, which is our all access membership, that one right there, that one is actually our one-to-one coaching program that we had before. So,
okay.
more hands-on. You've got like your personal dietitian and you've got more sessions within there. That's where we can actually do even more like MNT type stuff because we have more time and we can really nail down nutrition. And we actually walk you through our GNAW method on a one-to-one basis, right? So even though they would have access to the self-paced program, the dietitian would be actually walking them through it. The middle tier is a little bit less hands-on. You still have one-to-one sessions, and that's where you have access to like lab testing and all of that from the middle tier up to the all-inclusive. Both of those levels have access to lab testing and our meal planning platform and all of that good stuff, as well as our weekly drip. So our weekly drip are actually times where we can go in, and it says weekly tips on there, but what we call it in our membership platform is our weekly drip. And we actually have workouts and happy hour with Stef on there, mini coaching sessions every week. There's always something new, which is super fun. And then our bottom tier or our essentials tier is really just that self-paced program, access to like monthly coaching calls, and then access to our events in our community. So that way women that are maybe just trying to test out the collective, they get a taste of what our, philosophies are and get a chance to still be interactive with the group and show up for events, which is super fun. And all of the members will have access to a dietitian in some way, shape, or form. So if they're a part of the collective, and maybe they don't have one of those top tiers, or even if they do have a top tier and they want to add on time with a dietitian, they can go ahead and schedule, and it's accessible through a la carte services. So it's pretty cool, and definitely aligning with giving access, which is what we've wanted to do forever.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so can you guys give our love these photos. Oh, so good. The branding is so spot on. It's just so good. I really, really love what you've done here. So just so our audience is clear, I know the 3 of us were talking about this before we hit the go live button, but if you could expound a little bit on where you're at with this membership, because obviously it says join the wait list for all 3 of these options. So tell us a little bit about that.
So we're currently, we did a soft launch because we wanted to get some women in to kind of just test out things. And that was kind of like our beginning, and that's where we started. So we have a few women in there now, testing out the site, kind of working out the kinks, and we'll be doing our full larger launch in in July, late July, August. So that is why you'll see the join the wait list. We did have, prior to, we had we did our founding member launch, and we had some pricing on there, and we wanted to make sure we were, upfront with a lot of the women that came in early, because they were so excited, and we're so excited to have them in to help us out, because, you can't really tell how people are going to take your program until they're actually in there, right? So that was great. And so now we went back to join the wait list, but it will be opening in July.
Oh, good. Okay. So you did a soft launch,
Yeah.
meaning probably, I'm assuming, just sent some emails to your list,
Yeah. Yep.
right? And
Yep.
okay, got those initial folks in, and then got some good feedback, I'm sure,
Yes.
and which is so valuable. Like, other people can see things that you just may not notice, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and building that subscriber list has been great for us. And also just making sure we're pushing people to that subscriber list and get our newsletter and everything, because they're the ones that have really been tuned into the process. I mean, like I said, we've been very open and upfront with our process and things that we have going on. And so they've been following throughout the course of the change and things that we've been doing. So they were really excited for us to actually just do the soft launch. So I'm excited, and I know Bree's excited to really get it fully launched and off the ground.
Okay, so that's coming in July, right around the corner. Super
Yes.
exciting. Okay. I love it. So you're gonna have a full-blown launch,
Yeah.
which is so good. Okay, so all right, so we've got the 3 levels of the collective, and so in the membership, you're serving. It's mainly honed in and focused on serving the women of color in the collective, right? Now, where do the athletes fit into your business model?
Yeah. So our athletes we actually have a whole nother leg of our company for them.
Okay.
That's where power portions comes
Yeah.
into play. When we were doing this, we realized we're like, oh, we actually have to separate the two brands.
Okay.
Some of our athletes were like, I don't know if I didn't necessarily fit in like the GNAW collective. I really want to focus more on my performance side.
Mhm.
So we said, okay, well, let's keep the two separate. Let's just have power portions and let's have the GNAW collective. So with power portions, we have our one-to-one coaching program. There's no like membership per se for
Okay.
that. And it's not like a group program in any way, shape, or form. It's only one-to-one coaching. We found that in polling our athletes that we've worked with, like, what kind of support is most valuable to you?
Yeah.
And they're like, one-to-one. I don't want to do anything
straightforward. They don't want to do anything else.
Yeah. So we separated
Okay.
and that's where you'll find like our athlete, essentially our athlete leg of Stef Bri Wellness is power portions, and we serve them through one-to-one coaching.
Okay, got it. Oh, that's so interesting. Okay, so it's a separate arm of the business with all completely different branding.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about well, one thing that I want to mention that's so interesting is that you are really taking an integrated, like a fully integrative approach to
Yeah.
serving these people, right? Which is really pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Doing functional testing, looking at gut health, and I love how you're weaving in, mindful, kind of more of the intuitive eating versus the, hardcore diet lifestyle. I love what you call gentle nutrition. That's so powerful.
Mhm.
So how do you integrate, like, how do you deal with, I think I heard you say meal plans.
Mhm. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you manage that, because most of us, we think about meal plans like we could break out in hives, right?
Seriously.
I don't even know if I don't even know. Like, I guess I could do one if I had to, but yeah, definitely very time consuming. And when you're dealing with lots of people, I'm just curious as to how you go about doing that successfully.
Yeah. So to kind of like touch on your point in regard to like comprehensive care, just in general, we found that what we needed to include in the collective were things that we personally wanted access to and we personally used. So just from personal experiences as women of color, like the lab testing, for example, like I have my own experiences where I've gone to doctors and they've told me, no, I won't order these lab tests or whatever. And that struck my, mind of like, oh, okay, how can I order labs for my own, clients, right? And then on to meal planning, we've had numerous conversations with women of color and where they've just told us like, hey, you know what? Like, one, the meal plans that I've received thus far have been overly restrictive. Like, it's not aligning with my life and what I want. And it also is something that is not tailored to my lifestyle. And we were like, okay, we understand that. And we also started using EatLove personally.
Yeah.
So we were using
Okay.
EatLove for some of our one-to-one clients, and then we were using it personally. And on EatLove, you have the option to incorporate all types of different cuisine. And also the way we introduce it, we say, oh, it's not necessarily a meal plan, it's meal inspiration. And so we don't actually even have any like calorie information on there. We put it in safe mode because we want them to understand that it's all about inspiration.
Yeah.
These are recipes that you can use. We help them with timing based off of their lifestyle and what's important. Like, are you a single mom? Are you someone that needs support in different areas? Can we incorporate food for you and baby? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah.
So we really try to take into consideration like their personal lifestyle and the foods that they like, right? Because even with things like EatLove, we'll go in and we'll make our adjustments because we're like, okay, this person may or may not want to eat cottage cheese. So let's use clinical to swap, certain things out. So we'll go in there and do that for them. And that's where it helps to have someone that looks like you, that understands your palate and things that you may or may not enjoy, just a general consensus. And we go in and we manually do those things on the back end. So we're able to use our expertise along with the technology to make something that fits for our clients.
Oh, so good. Yeah. So EatLove then is your tool of choice.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Shout out to EatLove. Shout out to Monique and her amazing team. And the nice thing about that particular platform is that, and especially in this kind of format with, when you're helping lots of people, especially like in a membership type of format, is that it's a little bit more hands off, if I understand right. You go in and you set the parameters, and you can turn on and off the calories, like the things you want your clients to see, turn off the things you don't want them to focus on. And then it's really, as far as I understand, it's more up to the client to go in and kind of manipulate the data and come up with, I love that meal inspiration. So good.
And one thing that some of our clients will do, they'll hop into like our community and say, hey, I'm looking for, like, it's barbecue season, I'm looking for a recipe. And I'll go in because I'm very like, it has to taste good. I want to try different things. So I'll go and find recipes if somebody can't find anything. We meal prepped before, so we have recipes on our end that we can input into EatLove as well. And then if we literally can't find anything, we'll find something on the internet for them to use, and kind of finagle and figure out how to put that into EatLove for them.
So good.
Hello.
All right. All right. So yeah, I'm borrowing someone else's home. And anyway, we'll see how this goes. All righty. Okay, so let's see here. We have Debbie. Do you find the culturally specific menu options in EatLove sufficient, or do you add your own to the platform to support the Afro-American Caribbean diet? Curious. Great question.
Yeah, we'll actually do both.
Yeah.
So sometimes we'll find menu items in EatLove that are great. And other times we'll add our own recipes because, as Steph mentioned, we used to have a meal prep company. So there's some recipes that we'll add in our own. So like black eyed peas and different things, different recipes that we know like our clients might love. But oftentimes they'll actually go in and they will find other kinds of recipe or other kind of menu items and options of different types of cuisine. And that's why I love how they EatLove added in how you can choose like some of your preferential cuisine types. And they've expanded that a lot. And so our clients have definitely gone in there and they'll work their magic on their end and find whatever flavor they're looking for.
Yeah.
And so it actually works out really well. And if there's anything that our clients can't find, they'll let us know and they'll say, hey, like, is there something that we can change, in the algorithm so that we can get more of these options? And we'll go in and do that for them. So there is kind of a combination of letting the tech do its thing, but then also on the back end, us adding in our little, extra seasoning for sure.
Oh, so good. I muted myself just in case. All right. I love that was a great question. Thank you for posing that, Debbie. Really appreciate that. Gosh, so is there anything that we want to take a deeper dive in around the GNAW method, how you're serving clients, anything that we want to talk, just go a little deeper on?
Yeah. I mean, I think for us, like what we want to make sure we share with people, because we know this can be an area that's a little bit scary. So if you haven't, maybe had any experience working with women of color, or you're wondering like, okay, what are my options if I am working with a woman of color, somebody comes to me inquiring about services, but I don't quite feel like I'm equipped to do that, right? Because sometimes there are scenarios where we're just like, hey, you know what? I think there might be someone else that could probably serve you better.
Sure.
So what we've created with the GNAW Collective is an affiliate program. And so for individuals, practitioners that maybe are like, hey, you know what? You've put me on this particular topic. However, I really feel like there's a group that might be able to better serve you. And so we created the affiliate program for practitioners. If you are feeling like maybe you're not quite equipped, or you just want to give your clients access to something that is built specifically for them, then we offer the affiliate option so that we can compensate for just sharing clients, sending people our way to provide them with options to support their wellness journey.
Oh, so good. So how does one sign up for your affiliate program?
Yeah, so we actually have a link, and we'll probably share it. I don't know if I shared it with you already, but we have a link to our application. And so if you use that link and you apply and just let us know like how you would like to share what's going on in the GNAW Collective, etc., then we'll review the application, and then we're able to go in on the back end, get you signed up as an affiliate. And once you're signed up as an affiliate, we'll give you a specific link that you can share with clients or with individuals. So that way, every time they use the link, once they have signed up, then you'll get commission for them signing up within the GNAW Collective.
Okay, fantastic. I'm looking through my notes and I don't see the link.
Okay.
Oh, wait, link to, hang on. Oh no, that's not it. Okay. I was hoping. Should they go to your website or
what I'll actually do, I'll actually pull it up right now while we just finish up the conversation. And that way we can drop it in our, I don't know if there's a chat box or something.
There is. Yeah. I can actually, if you put it in the chat, I can copy and paste it and I can show it on the screen too, just so everybody knows where to go.
Yeah. Let me do that.
And your URL for your main website is Stef and Bri, right? .com.
Yes.
All right. So let me put that here. I want everyone to be able to follow up with you if they want to. So StefAndBri wellness.com.
Oh, just Stefan Bri Wellness, or just StefanBri.com. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. That's a lot easier.
I know, right? We tried to make it easy.
Yeah, that's actually way better. Okay. Hopefully I typed that right.
Yes.
Stefan Bri. All right. StefanBri.com. Love that. You guys have done some amazing work here.
So much.
Really love everything about the new branding. Loved how you've niched down and are really seriously serving this I think just underserved in general population, right? Women with unique needs and, really hitting those head on, right?
Yes.
And it's just so, so important in healthcare. So I'm delighted. I couldn't be more excited for you guys.
See if this, I just airdropped you the link.
Oh. Are we still?
Yes, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Debbie. I hope we helped. If you have any other questions, let us know for sure. Just email us.
And we did share the link for the affiliate program with Leslie. And so hopefully we'll be able to drop it in the chat or in the comments on Facebook. That way, if you are able to click on that, you can definitely join us within the GNAW Collective or even try it out yourself. So it's an amazing platform. Thank you so much for joining, Debbie. We appreciate it. It's definitely a process that we've been working on for a while now. So definitely excited to finally roll out like what we've been doing and hopefully impacting more women in the future and creating more access for women of color, especially here in the US for sure. Yes.
Yay, for sure. Thank
Pay
you
us a
so
visit.
much. We appreciate the support, you guys, for sure. Let's see if Leslie can come back in.
Settings to Oh yes. It's so funny that you mentioned Canada, because I was just thinking today how like the nutrition support for Canada and US is a little bit different. So I don't know what it was I was setting up. I think it was maybe access to the collective, something we were doing. Oh, we were creating our store within the GNAW Collective because we just rolled that out, and it gave us the option on if we wanted to have something to where Canada could join or people in Canada could access the store. But I think laws are a little bit different. So we actually might need some support in Canada, actually. So I'm really glad you mentioned that. Please send us an email because that would be very, very helpful. That would be
awesome. Yeah. We were just talking about that. That's crazy. Well, I think if there's no other questions, I think we'll go ahead and go, you guys. Well, we appreciate being on here. And Leslie, we will talk to you another time. Definitely, like Bri said, email us for sure. Definitely, Debbie. We're looking forward to your follow-up. And thank you for listening to our story. We really appreciate the support. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.